Well, welcome back to the Pro Body Lifestyle Podcast. My name is Janusz, and this is my wife, Melissa Prochuk. And today we're going to be going over why our clients get such great results, but also outlining what the Pro Body Lifestyle coaching method is so that people can understand, okay, there's a lot of online coaching programs out there. There's lots of different coaches on the internet, but what's the difference between ours and how do our clients get such great results?
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the podcast. I'm very excited for today's episode. We have been having a lot of discussions with friends lately and meeting up with them and just seeing what their approach is to their health and fitness journey for this year. And I'm not going to lie, I've heard some real horror stories in the last few weeks that not scares me, and I don't want us to compare to anyone else, but I just thought this was a really great episode for us to do to show what our coaching method is, why we get people great results, and why our clients love to stay with us as well. They become a part of that Pro Body Lifestyle family, which we absolutely love. So I'm excited for today's podcast.
Me too. And it's one of those things where online coaching is still like, we're in it 24/7. We've been doing it for like the last...
We live and breathe online
we've been
coaching.
doing it for ages. But it's one of those things that a lot of people, when we're talking to them and we tell them that we're online coaches, they're like, what does that mean?
Yeah, how does that look? They're like, oh, do you go on Zoom? That's still the question that I get. Do you get that question?
All the time. And it just makes me realize that, okay, it's not quite obvious to people what you get with online coaching and how you get support and why sometimes you get better results with online coaching than you can with in-person training. And it's one of those things where it is very different per coach because it's an industry, it's a section of the fitness industry that isn't really heavily regulated at all. And you'll be surprised how many coaches are doing online coaching online with zero credentials, and it's just that they look fit. And then they just put a program up there, a payment link, and then that's it. And then there's zero support, there's zero accountability, there's not much education at all. And that's why you hear so many horror stories, not just with online coaching, but with personal training in general.
Yeah, that really scares me. I know when clients are on their first sales calls with us, I always tell them, there are a lot of coaches out there that this is kind of their side hustle, it's an incredible side hustle to have to impact people, to change their lives. For Janusz and I, this is our whole life. Like our clients know, we live and breathe our Pro Body training app, our clients. Like I wake up thinking, how are our clients doing? Like we are so wrapped up in this world because we love it. I had a friend message me on Instagram yesterday. I put up an Instagram story about doing client check-ins. And she was like, I am just so amazed and inspired by the passion you have for your job. It really inspires me. And I loved that, not because it validated me, but because I want people to understand that we are so passionate. It's not fake. We are obsessed with our clients. We're obsessed with them getting great results. And we're also obsessed with working together. Like this is an incredible job that we get to go, work together on. And we use our strengths as well. You have great strengths, I have great strengths, and we've combined them to make a pretty great product, in my own opinion.
Yeah, and so today we want to take you through a little bit of the behind the scenes of our coaching so you guys can understand our coaching method and our version of online coaching and what that looks like and why it might be different to what you see other coaches do. And then also why our clients get great results because of our coaching method. Because I see a lot of coaches, they're very rigid in their style of coaching where it's very black or white. It's like, do this, you're going to get results, do this, you're not going to get results. And they don't really know how to coach with that flexibility to tailor it to people's lifestyles. And that's really where we find our point of difference. And that's where our business name comes from, Pro Body Lifestyle, is that we know that every one of your lifestyles is individual.
Yes.
Which means that your approach to fitness, your approach to creating your dream lifestyle needs to be unique to you. So obviously there's principles that you need to hit to be able to get results. And that's what we help our clients with. But we do it in a way where it's tailored to each person's lifestyle to make sure that they're getting the results and they're applying the science to their lifestyle. So it's not this rigid approach where it's all or nothing. And then that's what leads to people doing yo-yo dieting and just not being able to maintain the lifestyle they want.
No, I love that. That's definitely our approach, is to work with you. And I always tell my clients, we work as a team here. We're not here as your coach to tell you, do this and this is the only way. We are here to go, okay, here's a way that we think is going to work for you, but we're going to work together as a team and find what barriers get in the way of that and go, okay, like your lifestyle actually doesn't allow for this pathway to happen. Let's work together to fix this. And we go like I said, as a team. And that's why we love it so much, because we really get to know our clients so well. Every single client has a different journey. Every single client has a different outcome. And it's just so satisfying when we find the right thing that works for that each individual client. I don't know if you feel the same, but as soon as I get it for a client, it is such a great feeling. And then I think, oh, who's next? Who else can we impact? Yeah, we love it. And if you've ever thought about coaching with us and you're just not sure and you feel scared to approach us or message, this is going to be a great episode for you to listen to as well, just to understand what we do, because this is pretty much like a sales call. This is exactly what we talk about with our clients when we jump on a call with them before they even begin with us. We chat to them about what we offer and how we approach coaching. And then we see if we are a great team, not just for them to come on, but are we a great coach for them? So yeah, Janos, like, what have you seen in the fitness industry world with online coaching especially? Things that not scare you, but things that you may not agree with or things that we don't do?
Well, I think the biggest thing is lack of flexibility with people, where they just really try and give people rigid plans or programs to follow, which is great, and you can get short-term results with that. But the problem is when life is chaotic, when you've got things on the weekend, when you're trying to cut out specific food groups or specific foods, then you're never learning the tools to be able to learn how to lose weight sustainably. And I'm not saying that weight loss needs to be sustainable, because even with my goals with my clients is I want them to lose the weight quickly and then get into a more sustainable lifestyle. But
Yes.
in that weight loss, we still have a more flexible approach where we don't lock people into specific meal plans where they have to eat XYZ foods to get the result. But instead, we give them more flexible guidelines. So then that way, it's like, okay, here's the recommended foods that you can eat. Here's the macros and the calories we want you to hit. But then in our app, we make it very easy for them with different alternatives, and we teach and educate our clients that, hey, there's nothing special about the meals or the specific foods you're eating. You can substitute those out and in with foods that you enjoy more. So then if you enjoy different foods more, then that's where you can swap them out using any recipe on the internet, really. We teach them how to add them into the app themselves. But then also, we have a whole database of recipes that Mel has made.
And I'm not a great cook. Well, I'm
No.
getting better
You
over
are a
the
great
last few
cook.
years of our marriage. I used to not know how to boil an egg, where now I'm adding paprika, I'm adding some thyme in there. I'm pretty good now. But those recipes are simple, easy to meal prep. They're in our app as well, and we film them for our clients so they have ideas and that they can adapt to as well for their own meal plan, and we help them with that. And I love that you talked about education, because we don't want to be coaches that just tell people what to do and they have no idea why they're doing it. We are very strong on the why. We're very strong on understanding the knowledge behind every exercise, every calorie or macro they've been assigned, every little thing or every change we're making for our clients. I think it's so important to understand why they're doing it so they don't have to rely on a coach for the rest of their life. Our goal is for our clients not to want us anymore, like not to need us anymore. A lot of clients end up staying for a long time, even when they've been educated, because they love being a part of our family, which we love. But our goal isn't to keep you forever. We hope that you can go, hey, you have taught me everything I need to know. I can go do this myself now. And that's a really good moment for us. It's like, you know, the bird flying out of the nest for the first time. I'm like, goodbye. And then a new bird, like little egg hatches, and we got our new clients. It really upsets me sometimes when, and this is not a diss at other coaches, by the way. We know so many incredible online coaches, but it's just when I hear stories of coaching online, sometimes it's very much copy and paste, and everyone is doing the exact same programs, nutrition, and it's very rigid, where we've got to meet our clients where they're at. They're in different seasons of life. I know I train only females. Every female client of mine is in a different season. They're pregnancy, postpartum, menopause, in uni, out of school for the first time. Like, there's so many different elements that you have to approach coaching with. And you've got to make sure that we are meeting them where they're at. What season of life are they in? And can they go really intense? Or can we make sure we're creating a program that allows them to still get results, but on a very basic level? So I think that's really important to, if you're looking into a program, make sure you know it's designed for you and it's not just copy and pasted from a friend that is also coaching with the same person.
Yeah, well, let's go through our program and let's outline and give the people a bit of an understanding of why we are different, how our approach is more tailored to people's lifestyles, and why it does get really good results.
Yeah, I think, like you said before, we are very lifestyle approach because we're called Probity Lifestyle. We don't want you to feel like your whole life has to become going to the gym, eating only chicken and broccoli, and If you do it that way, that's when it becomes a very much all or nothing approach where you're in this season where you get really quick results, but are you able to maintain it? We like to get our clients quick results, great results, but in a sustainable way where they learn how to get to that weight loss or that muscle growth that they want to get to. But how do you maintain it in your everyday life? We want you to still be able to go out on the weekends. We want you to still be able to eat birthday cake on your birthday. We want to make sure that we meet you where you're at. But that's how we live and maintain our great results, is because we live that lifestyle of a really good, healthy approach. And we teach our clients that.
Yeah. And I think it's one of those things too, where with coaching, if you see a coach who has like hundreds of clients online, most likely, if you sign up with them, you're not either, number one, you're not being coached by them because they'll assign you to a coach that they might employ, which is fine.
Which is still great. We still know a lot of people getting great results with coaches like that.
Yeah. But that's where, if you want to work with the person that you're actually following on Instagram, that's where me and Mel, we do all of our coaching. And the other thing too is, if the person does have hundreds of clients and they don't have a team of coaches, then most likely that's an indicator that it is just more copy and paste kind of programming. Where the way that we do our coaching, which we're about to go through, we really only do take on a maximum of kind of 40, stretching to 50, which we haven't done yet.
One-on-one clients.
One-on-one clients. And that's just because you can't fully invest and be across more than 40 to 50 people per week and truly call it, tailored online coaching, because then something is giving there. Either you're not giving them the right support and accountability, or you're not truly tailoring programs to people's lifestyles. It's just more of a copy and paste, which again is fine, but not when life starts to get chaotic, not when you start to have different needs and need to be able to get the same results in 3 days a week.
Yeah, I agree.
Versus somebody who might want to do 6 days a week versus...
So true. I think that's because we go to that, it's a level of accountability we go to for our clients. We're not just, hey, we'll talk to you in a week or a month. We are all over them. We see everything. We see everything clients are doing, but also what they're not doing, which is a really good approach of what I tell clients on their sales call. I'm like, hey, I see literally everything you're doing. And they're like, oh, sign me up. I need that, which we all do. I know when I'm trying to improve in an area of my life, knowing that someone is watching me and keeping me accountable makes me, my personality, makes me go, I want to be number one. I want to make sure I'm getting everything done to the best of my ability. So I know that our clients absolutely love that, but our clients become family.
Yeah.
I think that's what makes us so different, is probably too close. I have so many friends now, which is amazing. But Janusz is always like, you need to stop going on all these coffee dates with everyone. And I'm like, I can't help it. I love everyone. If you're one of our clients right now watching this, we are obsessed with you. We love being a part of your journey. Because we get to know people so well, because it is a very vulnerable journey, and we are here to make sure that we get you results. We are here to serve you, and we'll make sure we won't sleep until we get there.
Well, let's go through exactly what people get when they do online coaching with us, so that people can start to understand, okay, what do we do? So I'd say that the first thing that we do is we don't actually take on everybody. When we have limited spots, we can't take people on. So the first thing we have people do is we have them apply by filling out a little application form, and then we jump on, like you're talking about, a little sales call with people to make sure that this is the right journey for them. Because not everybody is ready to change yet. Not everybody is ready for online coaching yet. Not everybody is ready for fat loss journeys yet. So we always like to make sure, number one, are we the right coach for you? And number one, what are your goals and what do you want to achieve, to get real good clarity on what you want to achieve. And then if we decide, okay, you know what, this is a good journey for you, you're in the right mindset.
You have been accepted.
You've been accepted, we've got spots available, then that's where we can then let you in, and then you have
yeah,
we can get you into
the
coaching.
reason we do that though is, especially that sales call, we know straight away, first of all, if we click as coach client, because it is a very intimate journey, and we want to make sure that we do click. If you don't click with us, we're going to be very honest. We don't want to work with people that don't want to work with us, and that's completely fine. It's very rare though. But I just wanted to say as well, there is something that Janusz and I do every time a client inquires with us, fills out a form. It's so exciting. We get notified. Janusz is our tech savvy. He has created the best back-end system for Probity Lifestyle. So whenever a client fills out that form, we both get notified and we run to each other. We're like, oh, someone new, and we get so excited. Sometimes when a few clients come in throughout each day, we get so excited. We do this little dance and we jump around. So don't think you're just another person to us. We get so excited that you want to be a part of our journey as well. And we know there are so many online coaches out there. You have so much choice. And the fact that you've chosen us and you believe in us and you want us to take you on this really vulnerable journey, we feel so honored, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And because we do have, a capacity, like we can't take unlimited people,
Yes.
it means that we do need to filter out people who are ready for change versus people who aren't, and refer those people who aren't or who need something different to somewhere else. We'll actually let you know that on the call, because last thing we want is to take on somebody who's not ready, who's not going to put the work in, who is a difficult type of person, because then it's taking up the spot for somebody else who is ready to change.
No, I just give them to Janos. No. I'm like, you'll be really great with Janos, my husband. Kidding.
So what's the next step after we've had that call with them and they've gotten to know us, they've gotten to realize, okay, you know what, this is a journey that I want to go on and these coaches sound like people who could help me. What's the next step for us?
Well, this is where we do online coaching a little bit different sometimes. So that's why it's great to work with both of us at sometimes. I like to get my clients on an educational Zoom, which Janos does as well. An educational Zoom before they even begin coaching with us. The reason that we do this though is we want to make sure they understand how to use our Probity Training app, which Janos is going to explain soon. The Probity Training app, we don't want you to just jump on there and feel overwhelmed. We want you to understand it. We want to meet you face-to-face on Zoom just so we can get that relationship building as well. We'll go into your expectations and your expectations of us as a coach as well. We'll go through some nutrition basics, some training basics, just so you feel educated with the basics to begin coaching. And then every week when you're a part of the program, we are educating you on simple things over time, and we meet you where you're at. If you're quite advanced already, we will go, okay, you know actually quite a lot. We're going to meet you here and then advance from here. But if you're just starting your fitness and health journey for the first time and you're just learning what a calorie is, great. There's no judgment. We're like, this is fantastic. We're going to start at the start line and then progress slowly over time so you don't get overwhelmed. But those Zoom calls are one of my favorite things to do. I push for them. I'm like, please, we have to get on this call, because I feel like everyone finishes that call and always says, wow, I didn't expect to get this much education already. And that's when I go, well, welcome to the Probity lifestyle.
I think that, and it is quite a separator for what you see on the internet a lot, because a lot of people, number one, they don't have a sales call to start with. They just sign you up with a payment link. It's like, yep, I'll take anyone. Here's a payment link, done. Number two, they might have a form you fill out to let them know your goals and things like that, but then they won't do an initial consult call, which is what we're talking about here, where we really just go in depth about, okay, what are your goals? What's your lifestyle look like? What are your current habits right now? What are you trying to achieve? What's your injury history? Have you tried losing weight before? Or have you tried, achieving your goals before? Why did it work or why didn't it work?
Yes.
So we really take the time to tailor our approach and gather all the information, kind of like a detective, I say. So we're trying to really be like a detective to figure out, okay, why are you the way you are? Why haven't you got the results that you're looking for? And what's been the barriers that have been holding you back? So that then we can be armed with all of this extra knowledge and take that away and then really start to put together a really tailored plan for you and a tailored approach. So then that way we can pretty much guarantee that you're going to get results as long as you follow that approach.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's about going those extra levels deep about your goals, because most people have the same goals on their fitness and health journey to begin with. Some are very different, but some are quite similar. And there's a reason why you want to achieve that goal though. Why? You don't want to just lose weight. It's why. And that Zoom call really allows us to connect, because you're not going to tell your deepest, darkest secrets over a phone call. But once you're in that Zoom call and you get to know us, we're not going to push for it, but we start to understand by just the way you're talking about your barriers and what stopped you in the past, why you want to achieve a certain goal. And then it helps us when we're then going back to creating your custom program. Okay, this is what's actually going to help this person achieve that goal because of this. That's why we really want to make sure we get to know you so we can get to that next level. Yeah, that's a really good point. Did you want to talk about the Probity Training app, Janos?
Yeah, so the way that we do our coaching is we pretty much tie everything together in one app. which is, again, very different to what you see some other coaches do, where they make you use Excel sheets, they make you use PDFs.
I think it's just easier.
They have WhatsApp communication or Facebook, and it's just like everything is everywhere. It's a bit overwhelming. So we keep it all under one app that makes it all super simple for you. The other thing is you have access to your coach 24/7 through that app. Literally have either my face or Mel's face in the bottom right-hand corner. So you can tap on our face at any time to ask questions. Whereas a lot of coaches, they make you wait until a month's time to touch base with you, or at the end of the week, where we find that, let's be honest, a lot of people have fallen off track by Tuesday.
Way too long.
By
it's
Wednesday.
Like, why wouldn't we fix the problem straight away instead of waiting until we've wasted 14 days after, where we could have fixed the problem so quickly?
Yeah.
Janusz and I, like Janusz said, you have access to us like Monday to Friday throughout the week, which is incredible. But Janusz sometimes has to tell me, like, stop looking at the app. We get so addicted. This sounds really unhealthy. So if anyone's watching that's judging us, please don't judge us. But it's because we love watching everyone tick off their habits, tick off their workouts, leave us comments, ask us questions.
Yeah.
It just makes us feel so happy that people want to get results. And I can't stop logging on. I'm out on the weekend and I'm like at a party and I'm like, oh, these people are getting PBs. This is so exciting. So we're always watching, don't you worry.
Yeah, and this is where our app's a little bit different to a lot of apps that are out there on the internet, because it's actually a two-way app.
Yes.
Which means that you have your side of the app where you can see your tailored training program we put for you. You see all the exercise videos, you see all the nutrition, you see all of our recipes. You see all of that on your side of the app. But then the two-way side of it is that us as the coach on the other side, because you're a one-on-one client of ours, we can see everything you're doing or not doing. So we get those notifications of when you eat a meal, when you do your workouts, when you hit a personal best. We see everything you're doing or not doing throughout the week, which allows us to have that stalker level accountability in the best possible way to make sure that you're staying accountable to the plan. And if you're not, we get all of the data from that into our laptop and then can change the plan. So it's a very data-driven approach, rather than just copying and pasting the same program to every single client that we get.
Yeah, my clients know I love data. If I don't see data, I'm like, guys, I need the data to make changes. Give me the data, whatever it is. But
yeah.
I think our app, what I've heard from our clients, and even myself, because we use the app too, is it removes overwhelm. This journey can already be, especially if you're starting for the first time and you've taken a massive step to go, hey, I need help. To start a journey like this, it's already overwhelming. You have busy lives. We understand that you're not in the gym 24/7 like we are. It is like 10%, not even 2% of your day throughout the entire week. If it's already overwhelming where you're having to jump on Excel, jump over here, fill out this form on this other app, with it all being in one, we've found feedback from clients where it's like they like having that little hub that they can come to, where it's very much, hey, here's your custom program and approach and your communication with your coach on here as well. If you need any help, it is all within this one app. This is where you get the help. Otherwise, it can become overwhelming. And when people get overwhelmed, we've known from, seeing a lot of clients over the years, is they completely stop. And I understand that whenever I'm overwhelmed with anything else in my life, if it becomes too much for my brain to comprehend, I just go, nah, too much for me right now. I'll come back to it later. So our approach is very much, hey, how can we make this the easiest possible thing for you, but also educate you at the same time?
And a lot of people, like we touched on before, like there are degrees of sports science, exercise physiology.
Yeah.
There's all of these degrees, Cert 3, Cert 4 in fitness, that not everybody has done. And most people are just like, you know what? I don't want to just spin my wheels in the gym, putting in so much effort and not see results. I would rather just hire somebody who knows what they're doing. So then I just need to open my phone, go to the gym, execute, and then I can trust that if I do everything that I need to do and get it done, I'm going to get the results. I don't have to question, am I, number one, a lot of people deal with consistency. They're like, oh, I'm not getting to the gym. But then it's even worse for the people who do get to the gym. They're training 5-6 days a week. Some people train more than me and they're not getting the results they want. And that's just disheartening. Yeah. It's just frustrating. And it's one of those things where when you're at the start of your journey, you don't want to just try and figure it out yourself, because you could be so much further down the line if you just started well and understand your body. It's one of those things that you live in your body 24/7. You live in your body for the rest of your life. So it's something that you want to learn how to master at some point in your life. Otherwise, you're going to pay for it later when your knees start giving out.
Yeah,
or
great point.
when you have all these lifestyle diseases, and it's going to cost a lot more later to try and fix all those things versus figuring out right now how to lose weight sustainably, how to build muscle for your body type, how to do all of those things right now.
Yeah, that's such a great point, Janusz. I was just talking to a friend about this, how, like, I'm not old. I'm turning 32 this year, but it's older than I've ever been. So I was saying to her, it's not getting easier every year. It gets harder every year. So every year that you keep going and you're not making the changes, I'm not telling you to be a bodybuilder or anything like that, but being a healthy individual should be the main priority, the number one priority of your life. Otherwise, it's going to get harder as every year goes on. I know when clients start with us, and we work with clients of all ages, the older they are, it is not impossible. We tell our clients that it's never impossible to make change. It does get harder, but that's why working with a coach and investing in a coach to begin with gets you on that fast track to getting great results, and then you can learn to maintain it. And that is, like we were saying, our number one goal. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago? The second best time to plant a tree is today. So if you've been thinking, I should start this journey 2026, I keep writing down that I want to be my fittest self that I've always wanted to be, start now. It's not going to be easy, but that's why investing in a coach, and especially our kind of lifestyle approach where we work with you and we don't tell you what to do, it becomes more fun. We don't want this to be like a chore. We want this to be an add-on to your life. And that's why we've got to really meet you where you're at and then go, okay, like you actually already have a 9-to-5 job, you have 10 kids, you commute to work 4 hours a day. We've got to find an approach that isn't going to have you in the kitchen for 5 hours a day as well. Like we really meet you where you're at to ensure that you get results so you don't feel overwhelmed.
Yeah, and tying this back to our app, I love that we're just so inspirational. We just go on these inspirational tangents.
Sorry. Back to the app.
But the way that we tie this in to make it simple for you is that we host it all in our app. So then we take all of that data we've gathered from that initial consultation with you to then build that tailored training program for you. And so it's around 4 to 8 weeks, we create a new program for you, building on the previous phase to make sure that we're getting results. So every 4 to 8 weeks, we change that program and you have everything in there that you need to do. How many days you need to train. If something comes up in your life, you need to train less days, that's where we adjust the program, make it less days. If you have more days available, we make it more days. If your equipment changes, we adjust it for the equipment you have available too. If you get an injury, if you have any of these things, we start to tailor that program to you. And the best part is our app has all of our technique videos that me and Mel have recorded.
Yes.
So that you have at your fingertips at any moment, you can tap and see a 1 to 2 minute video explaining the basics of how to do the best technique for each exercise. And then not only that, a step beyond that is that if you tap our face in the corner, you can actually send us your technique through a video, which then means we can give you personal tips to specific to what you're struggling with in the deadlift or what you're struggling with in the specific exercise beyond the basic tips that are in those little videos.
Yeah, great point. And that comes back down to the education as well. We want to make sure that you understand why you're doing certain exercises in your current program. But if you're not feeling the correct muscle groups, we will be like, hey, send us a video so we can make sure we fix the technique now instead of waiting 8 weeks down the track after your program. It's all about fixing things quickly and moving forward. I find that's the best approach as well. I love how you mentioned there though that we do make changes if needed. So I have a client right now who's injured and we just created an incredible program for her and she's like, Mel, I've got a neck injury. My physio has told me this, this and this. Fantastic. We can make those approaches as a one-on-one client.
Yeah.
We are here to serve you. So a lot of people will get an injury and be like, oh, I can't go to the gym now. I'm just going to give up until it heals. Where the gym is the best place for you. We just need to make adjustments. And that's, I actually really enjoy that. I love when clients start to learn to go, oh no, instead of what I can't do, what can I do? And that's where we teach them that as well.
Yeah. And we also teach them how to substitute too, which is a big thing. So a very easy feature in our app is if you have somebody in your gym, you got to do leg press and there's one of those equipment hogs there who's just resting 5 minutes and you just can't get the leg press.
We don't like those people.
No. That's where our app literally has a substitute feature. So you can tap it and it'll have a list of similar exercises you can swap to. So if you are in a hotel gym and there's no leg press there or someone's hogging the leg press, you could just substitute and it'll show you the different variations of the same exercise so you can not compromise results even though you need to substitute an exercise.
Yeah, exactly right. And if you are someone you're completely at the start of your fitness journey and you're too scared to even walk into a gym, our goal is to get you in there because we think the gym environment is an incredible place to grow. But if you're someone who wants to train at home, we can even create programs for clients who are getting great results. Some of our best clients work out from home 5 days a week. But exactly right. We just create a program for where you're at, and then we can excel you as you work with us over time.
Yeah, and that's really the power of that initial consult call that we have.
Yes.
And then that's also where we have those weekly check-ins so that we have that time. And again, you can message us anytime throughout the app, but that's where we're constantly in communication to see how things are going so that we can adjust things to people and how they're going with the programs.
Yeah. I think a big thing to talk about as well is, like I'm always saying to people, you can look up on ChatGPT, create me a custom program for training in the gym with this equipment and create a meal plan for me at this amount of calories, and can you explain it to me? You can definitely do that. But where coaching, how coaching is different, especially our style of coaching, it all comes down to that accountability. Do you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's accountability and flexibility, but on the go, because you can create a PDF, you can create those things and you have it at your fingertips and it's great. But number one, it's not tailored to you, because I doubt that ChatGPT had a whole initial consult with you. And the thing is that, sometimes it's great at applying the science of training and nutrition, ChatGPT, but the real science of coaching is adjusting the plan. So when you get those calories that the calculator spit out at you, it doesn't work all the time straight away. And that's where a coach needs to adjust it. And that's where ChatGPT doesn't always adjust things or tailor it to the person very well. And it's just much simpler when we have it in our pocket. We can keep people accountable, number one. But number two, it's just way more user-friendly. Having all those technique videos there,
yes,
having all the recipes there.
Having your nutrition tracker in there as well.
Yeah, it's all just there. Having the substitution options there so you can just tap it at the fingertips. And then having all your data there too. So the app will actually show you what you lifted last time, how you're getting stronger, are you getting personal best? Like, it'll just tell you what you need to lift in the gym so that you're not there scratching your head figuring out like, oh, how much weight do I use for this exercise?
Yeah, I know a lot of friends that are still lifting the same weights over the whole year and they still expect to get great results, where, it's all about progressive overload, which we can teach you on another time, but it's about challenging the muscle and progressing, not just with your training, but with your nutrition over time as well. Yeah. And I love our approach with nutrition, and that's what we stick to as well, is that 80-20 rule. And we teach our clients about, sticking to your calories and macronutrients, but also making sure that we're looking at food as fuel. We're not just looking at food as calories and like specific things to get short-term results. We're very much like, how do we still live our life and get great results in the season that we're currently in? Would you agree?
Yeah. Can you go into more about how we coach nutrition? I think a lot of people will be thinking, okay, you've told me about the training, you've told me about the onboarding process, how you do the detailed initial consults with me to make sure I feel comfortable, exactly my lifestyle, my circumstances, and you can tailor it to me with the training. How do we do that with the nutrition?
It depends on the client, and that's why those first initial calls and Zooms are very important for us as coaches, because if I've started with a client that has never tracked food before, it can be quite triggering sometimes for people. They don't want to like live and breathe just calculating the numbers of certain calories in certain foods, and it overtakes their life. We go, okay, we're going to meet you where you're currently at. We like to see what our clients are already eating. And there's no judgment there. We just want to meet you exactly where you're at. And then we start to make those changes, and we change certain things to go, okay, if you're loving these type of meals, how do we make sure that we are getting the results that we want to get, whether it's losing weight, gaining muscle with this food, but in a healthier way. So we start to make approaches, changes. If a client is ready to track though, there's so many different ways we can do this. Yeah. In our app, what I absolutely love, and I use it myself, is we actually, instead of just tracking the exact grams of every ingredient that you're eating, you can actually just take photos of your food. I have a lot of clients that just take photos, which is quite less overwhelming to begin with. And then as we start to get results, they go, okay, I'm ready for that next level of maybe tracking one meal. And we start to get the data there. And we start to teach clients that data is actually really important to, collect. Just like with your finances, if you weren't tracking your finances, how do you know if you're going to reach that financial goal by the end of the year? With your nutrition, it's not just about the numbers that you're having every day, the calories and the macronutrients. It's, are we having enough nutritious food in our diet to build strong muscle, to recover properly, to have a regular menstrual cycle as a female? There is so many important factors to learn and be educated about with nutrition. And that's why it's very much, let's meet them where they're at. And if they find it triggering, let's pull back a little bit. If they are ready to track or they've tracked in the past, great, let's go from there.
Yeah, so it really is just very tailored to the client and where they're at. their experience with nutrition and also their relationship with food. And so that's where the power of our app is, that we have multiple different ways of tracking nutrition. So we can just have someone just do meal photos where they just take photos of the meal. We can, if somebody wants to have a little bit more structure, we can give them more macro and calorie goals to focus on, so they can kind of create their meals as long as they're within those boundaries of the calories. And we teach you how to do that. Then we've also got all of our recipes uploaded into the app, which means that if you're like, oh, I understand the calories, but I just can't be bothered figuring it out, that's where you can be like, okay, well, you know what? Let's use the meals that Jan or Shamel have in the app. You can pick what breakfasts you want, what lunches you want, what dinners you want, what snacks you might want, and then you can just eat those ones and you know that it's going to work as long as it's within your calories. But then if you want a little bit more flexibility, you're like, you know what, I want to use those meals, but then I also want to make some of my own meals, then that's where you can track your own meals, save them to the app once. So in that way, you can just copy and paste it to your days as well.
Yeah, you start to get a little library of your favorite meals in the app, which I'm a very visual person. So when I see visually all the photos of my meals, it makes grocery shopping so much easier and planning so much easier as well.
Yeah.
Because when we sit down to plan our groceries for the week, we look at all the photos and the meals and the ingredients of every meal. And then we just go, okay, let's track already what we're going to eat next week, and let's go to the shops and grab those ingredients. And it takes a lot of overwhelm out of the clients, because I know a lot of clients find it quite easy actually to follow a training program.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the nutrition side, it's, what do I eat though, Mel? What's healthy? Should I? And they demonize food though, because from what they've learned from maybe previous coaches or what they've seen online, a lot of people demonize certain foods and go, okay, don't eat this, carbs are bad. We are here to break any myths that you believe, but we're also here to make sure that you still enjoy your life with food. Food's great, but we've got to learn to know what season we're in and learn that food is fuel and it's not just about the numbers.
Yeah. And really, long story short, is we just make the nutrition simple and easy for you.
Yes.
And one of my favorite things about those recipes that Mel uploads is that they actually have little TikTok style videos where it's like 30 seconds or less teaching you how to create the recipe, because I know I get overwhelmed when I look at the directions and it's got all these different steps.
Yeah, if it's 10 ingredients or more, I'm like, done, not doing it.
And so there's all of these simple recipes in there. And the reality is you don't need to overhaul your entire lifestyle to lose weight and get the results you want. Like really, you're currently already eating probably 10, maybe 20 regular meals that you kind of just rotate.
Yeah.
The problem is right now they're not serving you. So all you need to do is find the new 10 to 20 meals that you enjoy, that are easy to cook, that suit your lifestyle, and then just make that your new rotation while still learning the strategies that we'll teach you through the coaching about how to navigate weekends, how to navigate days out with your friends, all those types of things. And then now once you change those 10 to 20 meals that you regularly rotate to the meals from our app, or we teach you how to find them, you don't need to track them anymore. If you just keep that in rotation now, number one, they're meals you enjoy, then it becomes more effortless. It becomes more your lifestyle now, where you don't have to think about it. You don't have to constantly track. It's just a little bit easier to maintain, but also to get those results.
Yeah, I have a few clients that still live at home and their parents still cook for them. And they're like, oh, but like, I don't want to have to cook dinners and stuff. So that's where the approach of just making small tweaks in their current nutrition sometimes make the biggest difference. And we don't actually have to change eating with your parents and things like that. You can actually still get your parents to cook you dinners at night, which I would be so for. But yeah, we've got to see where the client's currently at. And that's why those weekly check-ins and the accountability side of our coaching really helps us as coaches understand what has stopped them in the past with their nutrition and overwhelmed them, and how do we fix that together weekly. Yeah,
and the power of that two-way side of the app where we can see everything you're entering means that we can even if you're tracking foods that are not, quote unquote, the best meals, and you're having meals out, those types of things, we can see what you're eating out if you just take a quick photo of it, and we can start to be like, okay, they're the types of meals this person tends to like. Let's suggest some alternatives that are like that, but healthier versions. So then they feel like they're still hitting those the cravings as well.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I think the best thing about those photos as well is we teach clients that they still can go out on the weekends and enjoy fun meals with friends and family, but taking a photo of their food, we can go, okay, take a photo, upload it later to the app, and as a team, we'll go over and teach you how we would track this certain meal. And if it was us, maybe it was a higher calorie meal, this is something we could have done differently. Maybe change a sauce, maybe ask for no oils and things like that. But depending on the season you're in your coaching journey. Yeah.
I think they're all starting to see the power of our online coaching, how it works. And this is really the difference between in-person personal training and online coaching. Is in-person training is great. We've done it for years. I still have some clients in the mornings that I see. And it's great for teaching people the technique in person. But then online coaching, what you're paying for is 24/7 accountability.
Yes.
And that's the part that really gets people results. Like I had people who would come to me, they would rock up for their session, they would have a good training session, they would go away and they wouldn't do anything between now and next week when I see them again.
Yeah, they get really inspired and motivated in the session. They're like, yes,
Yeah.
Mel, I'm ready to go. And then I'm like, oh, what's going to happen for the next 6 days?
And this is where like it's funny, but some of my clients who transitioned into online coaching
Are doing better.
got better results
Yes,
online than they
so
did in
crazy.
person. They're spending less money per week investing in their health, but now they have me not, an hour on Monday. Now they have me messaging them frequently throughout the entire week. They've got the accountability throughout the entire week. They've got the training plans there. They've got the videos, so they know what they're doing with technique. They can send us videos if they want more tailored help for the technique. And they just holistically have more accountability and support with online coaching, and they got more education with online coaching than they do with the in-person personal training.
Yeah,
I just think
definitely.
it's funny.
No, it's crazy. We love
Yeah.
seeing that though. And like we say all the time, it's like having a coach in your back pocket. I know if you're a female around the age of, between 28 to 30, I can guarantee you had the Kayla at Cenas PDF back in the day. We all had it. I had it. I think someone else bought it and I just copied the PDF. But I remember thinking, oh, this is so great. In 3 months, I'm going to be ripped because I'm doing this PDF program. But I didn't do it. I never followed through with it. It's not that the program was bad. It was an incredible program back in the day, but there was no accountability. Kayla at Cenas was not telling me what to do or encouraging me and helping me when I binged a whole block of chocolate. And that's why the accountability side of things comes and helps clients so much, because it's not just about that relationship. It's about, hey, we're working as a team here. We tell our clients, you have expectations of us and we will meet you halfway, but you also have to meet us halfway as well and do the actions that we've asked you to do as well. Yeah, it's just about working as a team, and we individualize everything for them.
Yeah, and that's really, I think, the separator of online coaching and what we do is that it's not a group program. It's not, the same program for everyone, but it's really tailored to you, and it's really the support and accountability, which is the part that makes it shine, because
Yes.
it's that constant tweaking of the program, the changing of things, the changing of the plan to suit your lifestyle, and then that accountability and support to see how things are going throughout the week. And if, this month or the next month ahead looks kind of busy, we then change the program and the plan to adjust for that. And if you have more time, we change it to adjust for that too.
Yeah, and I think that's where those weekly check-ins that we do really help our clients. You've probably seen, especially me on Instagram, posting about weekly check-ins every week. It's a way for us to really communicate with our clients in a very personal way each week. Like we record videos of ourselves or record voice memos, and we send them to our clients at the start of every week to ensure that they know what they're focusing on for the week ahead. Our clients also fill out weekly reflection forms to make sure that they're reflecting on the last 7 days so they can quickly fix things that need to be fixed, because every week isn't going to look the same. There are no weeks where all of our clients are doing 100% perfect, because life happens. And we're here to teach you how do you stay on track and maintain things and fix the problems when life is going up and down, because it will. Life is busy, life sometimes isn't busy, but we've got to learn how to adapt through all those seasons. And that's why those weekly check-ins are so great, because it's a way for us as coaches to look at your data from the previous 7 days with your nutrition, your training, make sure you're progressing. And if you haven't done anything, this is what we can do to fix it for the next 7 days.
It also has some ratings around how your sleep is, how your stress is, and
So many
different
other
lifestyle
factors.
factors. So that we have that information, because we can see all the data in your app, and if you have a watch and you've synced it with the app, it'll also copy all of that in there too. But then this is just the subjective end of week where you can really just quickly fill out this form, let us know how your week's been going. Again, it's all hosted in the app, so it's not like you have to go to another place or anything to do it. And then that way your coach has all that data from the week before, and then on Monday, don't worry, it's not like we're making you forced to do a phone call with us every week. I know some people, they hear weekly check-in, they're like, I don't want to do a weekly call every week. I'm too busy for that.
That's an add-on. It's a chore on top of everything. We don't want that.
No, so we've designed it so that, again, we have 24/7 access to you guys throughout the app, so we can always give you feedback and accountability there. But then we can also do voice memos through the app as well, back and forth. And then, of course, if you do really want a call, then we do make those available to people, so we can have like a monthly call with you if you need to as well.
Yeah, we're here to serve you. Where some clients love weekly check-ins, they love receiving the videos from us and watching it. Like they get excited to get them, which makes us really happy. But some clients are so busy that they're like, "Hey, can we actually just get a video every fortnight?" We ask you what you would like, and it's just about fitting into your schedule. We don't want this to feel like, it's a whole new life that you've got to add onto your already busy life. That's not what this is about. This is about how do we work with you where you are at right now.
It's a bit of a personal podcast too. So pretty much we gather all the information from last week. We have a look at it all. We see how you've been going. And then we just send you a little 2 to 5 minute, Mel's can go up to 10 sometimes.
I can't help it.
Little personal podcast to start off your week. So in that way we can make those adjustments to your plan and just give you the tips and feedback that you need to change your lifestyle going ahead.
Yeah, like you said before, I really like that you brought up that point of we like to understand not just like your training and nutrition. We want to understand how's your sleep been? Has there been any stressful factors in your lifestyle that have impacted this journey? Because that's going to happen. And the more honest you are in that form, it allows us to go, oh, okay, so maybe you're on your period that week. Maybe you had a stressful week at work that completely stopped you from pushing in the gym. There are so many factors that impact your health and fitness journey. So the more that we know, the more that we can understand how to help you along this journey. I had a client that was doing so well on a 5-day program, but life got too busy. She was overwhelmed. We switched to a 3-day program. That is completely fine. We are here to serve you as a team.
Yeah. Well, who would this be great for? Like, who would be the ideal kind of person for online coaching?
I feel for anyone, if you have been thinking about starting online coaching with us, this is the perfect time to start because we actually have a challenge beginning in 2 weeks, which is very exciting.
Yes, we do. So we have the Start Strong Challenge starting. So if you apply at probodylifestyle.com/apply, or if you send us a DM, if you start coaching, you can start any time of the year, but if you start before February the 9th, then you'll be in the next challenge that we have, which is the Start Strong Challenge.
Start Strong Challenge. And yeah, if you're listening in real time, which today's date is the 22nd of January, 2026.
Yes, we should specify year.
Yeah, because this could be listened to at another time. We are about to start that challenge. At the end of last year, we had such success stories from the end of, was it the start?
It was the Finish Strong Challenge.
Finish Strong Challenge, yeah. I think, yeah. And we have such incredible results from that challenge. People ended the year so strong. But we know this time of year, especially at the end of January going into February, a lot of people have already given up on their goals, which is completely fine if you're listening to this going, oh, that's me. We are all the same sometimes. We are here to help you. And it's a great way to start your journey with us because you're going to be a part of an incredible supportive community. You're going to be assigned a one-on-one coach and you're going to get access, yes, Team Melissa or Janos, and you're going to get access to everything we've spoken about in the podcast today as a one-on-one client. It's a perfect way to be introduced to the ProBody family and to continue throughout 2026.
Yeah, so pretty much in addition to everything we just went through today, like you'll have your own assigned coach, you also get prizes that you'll be able to go for. You won't get them definitely, but you can have the opportunity to get those prizes. There'll be extra accountability in addition to everything we went through with community support, with a community chat. And then there's also meetups throughout the challenge as well in person. So if you are in Sydney, then it means that you'll be able to catch up with us, get to meet us face to face as well.
Yes,
and just really go into this year motivated, encouraged, but also just with lots of clarity, like pretty much knowing that you're going to get your results because you have people who are creating the programs for you, creating the nutrition for you, and holding you accountable every step of the way. And if you're joining for this challenge, then it means you've also got a family with the ProBody family who are all doing it step by step with you as well.
Yeah, and it's not like other challenges where they're group challenges, where it's very much everyone does the same program, everyone follows the same nutrition. It's very much copy and paste. This is very individualized to you. So if you start before the challenge begins, we're able to start jumping on a sales call with you. We can do an educational Zoom with you to begin with as well. So you start on the right foot. And what's incredible is this challenge ends around Easter time, so in April, which I think is a perfect time to be like, you know what, I've learned some great habits before Easter comes around,
Yep,
so we
I
don't
burnt
go
those chocolate eggs.
Yeah, so we don't go crazy over the chocolate eggs. We can still have them. We're not about that life, but it's learning how to have fun, but also reach your goals at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if this sounds like something you want, again, you want more support, you don't want a challenge where it's just like, okay, just pay using a payment link and that's it, there's no tailored support, then this is for you. Go to probodylifestyle.com/apply or send us a DM and we can send you the details. And then that's where we can kick off the challenge. But you need to do it before the 9th of February 2026 to be in it. And don't worry if you don't join by that date and you're listening to this at a later date. If you become a one-on-one client of ours, we do run these challenges periodically throughout the year and complimentary. You don't have to pay anything extra. You're already included in all of those community challenges, which give you the opportunity to win prize money, to just get that extra momentum with all of the other people, and then to obviously have those post-challenge meetups as well with us.
Yeah, I'm excited. I love a good challenge and I love seeing great results. It's not that our clients don't always get results. Clients are always motivated, but there's something about a challenge that takes people to the next level. I just want to also preface that this isn't a challenge where it's very much so restrictive for 8 weeks and then you go back to your normal life, in quotation marks there. We are very much about, like we've talked about in this podcast, very much a lifestyle approach of teaching you and educating you how to get great results, but also maintain a very healthy lifestyle. So you don't have to restart constantly and go back and forth. So if you've done challenges in the past, which you probably have, and gone all in, but put weight back on after, gone back to your old habits, this is a perfect challenge for you.
Yeah, it's a little bit different like that, where it's, again, got that more tailored support. And then post-challenge, we then have strategies where it's just, the challenge is literally called Start Strong to start you strong. And then we continue and maintain that momentum after the challenge to make sure that you continue it into 2026 and make it your lifestyle.
Yeah, I'm excited. Well, guys.
I reckon you go out there, guys, and live the Probody lifestyle.
Oh, we're going to say it at the same time.
Oh, okay.
We hope you live the Probody lifestyle. See you guys.
See ya.